Sean Sewell with the Engearment.com podcast. It is December 14th, 2022, and this previous weekend we had our 5th annual Beacon Bash. This is the event I've been talking about in the podcast, as well as on social media and at our group events. What it was a great success. Hundreds of people turned out at the base of Winter Park Ski Resort here in Colorado. They offered to host it at their ski base. So usually we have it pre-season before the resorts are open and before people really start recreating in the backcountry. So usually beginning of November. And we would host it in an empty parking lot, and, hundreds of people show up, and we practice our beacon skills, and we have multiple beacon parks set up. We have a fundraiser with an enormous amount of raffle gifts, and we have search and rescue doing demonstrations. We have the dog search and rescue teams doing demonstrations. We have guides from Colorado Avalanche guides, or Colorado Adventure guides, I should say, demonstrating rescue techniques as well as what goes into their backpacks and what goes into repair kits and so forth. It's a fantastic event. It's free. It's family friendly, dog friendly apparently too, and it's just a really great time. And it's a great opportunity to learn if you're backcountry curious, great opportunity to practice your skills if you are, advanced or intermediate. Great place to mentor others as well as meet up with other people and find new partners to go tour with. How the Beacon Bash started was 5 years ago. My good friend Will Coleman and Wade Lancaster sent me a message saying, "Hey, we should really practice our skills before the season starts. Do you want to meet up in a parking lot, maybe top a Berthoud pass and go practice?" I was like, heck yeah, that sounds like a great time. And I believe as Will had the idea of just putting in our backcountry ski and snowboard group. And it was very well received. And next thing I know, we have 150 people RSVP'd. We did not anticipate that. We thought it would be the 3 of us, maybe 6 of us. We brought a partner. And we just practice some skill sets, have a sandwich and maybe a beer, and call it a good day. So it spiraled into this amazing grassroots event, and people all chipped in to make it an incredible experience. And it was such a great success, leading up to the meetup, as we thought it was going to be, that turned into this annual event. Companies caught wind of it and started donating products. Weston got involved right away. Rab, I don't want to try and list the companies, but there's a lot. You can see our flyer for it. It was incredible. Maybe 24 companies. And I did a little fitness demonstration on the Mountain Fitness School, swinging kettlebells and teaching people how to do Turkish get-ups in the snow while it snowed. It was a beautiful event. We have pictures up on the website, and I'll put a link below so you can see the very first one, the first Beacon Bash. Next year, Loveland Ski Area asked if we can host it there. So we had a parking lot there, even bigger turnout, amazing. It just grew and grew and grew. We raised several $1,000s of that event for the Colorado Avalanche Information Center, which is our state's forecasting center for snow safety. A lot of states have their own. There's one in the Northwest, Pacific Northwest, NWAC, Utah, other states as well, and other regions as well. And they're all taking note at this time too. They're like, wow, this could be a thing we could do. Year 4 was, of course, year 3 was COVID. Year 4, we had it back at Mary Jane. It was a huge success. And this year we had it at the base of Winter Park. And I can go on and on about how amazing it was. It really was. Being in front of these people, seeing their excitement, meeting them for the first time, or seeing them after a couple years of hiatus of seeing people in person. And just getting people really excited about practicing. And it's amazing. I'll put some pictures below and some videos as well. And it was really awesome. This time I was selling raffle tickets with Wade, and we're selling tickets. We're doing really good. And then my buddy drops off his very large dog, a Burmese mountain dog. It's a beautiful dog, Lulu. And so everybody wants to meet Lulu. So then that brings in more people. So then we raise even more money. And I'm selling, arm's length and wingspan length of tickets. And then my good friend Aaron Rose brings his daughter, Arabella. Arabella Rose has been involved with Engearment, and Aaron has since probably not day one, but like the first week of Engearment. And so her and Wade's daughter, Peyton, and I formed up this great alliance, and those girls crushed it. They sold so many tickets. I'll put pictures of them selling tickets below. It was absolutely incredible. So long-winded, very excited response on what the Beacon Bash is. And hats off to Ben Hilly from Weston. He did the heavy lifting, all the organizing and getting the booths and tents and everything set up and getting everything organized with Winter Park. And so we couldn't have done without Ben Hilly from Weston. And the beautiful thing is, 2 years ago, Wade and I decided we're going to pass it off to Ben and the Weston team because it's grown into something bigger than Wade and I can handle, even as a team. So Weston has the capacity to not only facilitate this event, but they can bring it to other areas. So we have a few more Beacon Bashes coming up. I think Brighton, New Mexico, a few more, I think 3 or 4 more this year, and we'll have even more next year. So it's a beautiful thing to have this whole thing come alive, grow into a system that we can replicate and take other places to help more people, get them educated, and raise more money for those local Avalanche information centers. It's a beautiful thing. So I didn't even sleep the night after the event. I was so worked up and so on cloud nine. It was just incredible stuff. What else has happened since the last time we had a podcast? Well, quite a bit. I actually have a meeting tomorrow with GoPro. They reached out to work on a project together. Can't tell you what it is. I had to sign an NDA, but it's very exciting. Something I've been wanting to work on for a long time, and I'm very honored they reached out to me to work on this project. God, I want to tell you guys so bad, but I can't. NDAs are there for a reason, so stay tuned for that. Gore-Tex reached out as well. They sent over a care package, just out of camera sight right here, with there'll be new Gore-Tex membrane. So very curious about that. So we're actually going to have Gore-Tex on this podcast in less than a month to go over that new membrane and what all it entails and who it's for, how it works, all that good stuff. So stay tuned for that Gore-Tex episode coming up here in a few weeks. We're going to do it here in December, but it's just too busy with everybody with holidays and everything going on. True. We work with True quite a bit. I've been a big fan of their stuff. We talk about their pocket tees, my favorite t-shirt ever. Sent over the new Cosmic Jacket Primo and the True Truth Bib Primo. So those are brand new for this year. New materials, all recycled materials. So we have video reviews up on those. Patagonia sent over both of their backcountry ski backpacks, the Snowdrifter 30 and the Descensionist 40. So the 30 is up already, and the 40 I was going to shoot today, but I just didn't get to the mountains. It was too effing windy, too. It would have been a horrible video for you guys. But it is a nice backpack, and I've been using it last month and a half, both of them back and forth. So I'll do a comparison video between the Snowdrifter and the Descensionist 40 as well. Jolbo sent over, this is going to blow your mind, well, it blew my mind, some goggles, I think the Sirius goggles, which we really like those shapes, but they have a new lens that is a 0 to 4. Yeah, 0 to 4. That means it goes from being completely clear to glacier level tint and everything in between. That's pretty sweet. Gosh, there's Arcade belts. Man, we love Arcade belts. Arcade actually donated a bunch of belts to the raffle for the Beacon Bash. Thank you very much. I first met Cody Townsend in 2015, and when he founded Arcade with his colleagues, and he gave me my first Arcade belt, and I've been wearing it ever since. So, really big fans of it. In fact, everybody on the team for Engearment has an Arcade belt or 2 or 3. I have like 5 or 6. And Ryan Humphreys just recently did a review on their Grateful Dead collection. He's a big Deadhead, Mr. Humphreys. So we got that going. Our Hebrew brother, Modest Cecil, our avid fly fisherman, did a great review on the Patagonia Slate Sky jacket. That will be up here very soon, probably tomorrow or the next day. And I'm learning more about cameras all the time. Currently, if you're watching this YouTube podcast, this is a Panasonic with a 15 millimeter prime lens. That's why it has a little bit of a blurrier background. But I usually use Sony cameras when shooting the content reviews. and they're just awesome for autofocus, and that's what I care about. Can I push record? Will it work? And will it look decent or good, hopefully? So my go-to camera has been the A7 IV for the last 6-7 months, and I love it. It's a great camera. The newest version of cameras that came out was the A7R5, and the big claim there is it's got this new processor and AI and 8 stops of stabilization, which is great. So that should be really buttery and smooth. And then the A7 IV has 5 stops, which is, it's okay. But most of the time I try and use it locked off, not walking and talking. If I walk and talk, hopefully I use a gimbal to keep it nice and stable so it doesn't make you guys nauseous. But anyways, I Googled and looked, trying to find a comparison between the 5 stops of stabilization on the A7 IV and the 8 stops on the A7R5. There wasn't any. Everybody's talking about it in theory, but nobody did it. So I went and bought the camera, and I shot side-by-side footage to show others out there, hopefully will appreciate that, real life situation of those cameras. And is it worth the extra money? So yeah, I just put that up today. Hopefully that's a good resource for people out there and saves them some time and money. That's kind of the basis of what we do here with Engearment. We look for answers, and if the answers aren't there, we go create a video and a write-up to answer that question. So as you can tell, a lot to cover, a lot to look forward to. The meeting with GoPro tomorrow, the podcast with Gore-Tex in a few weeks, bunch of Patagonia stuff, bunch of really cool stuff from other riders going on as well. A lot to look forward to as we go through this holiday season. I probably won't do an episode just because I know I was busy with Hanukkah and Christmas and New Year's, and my birthday is the day after Christmas. I'm going to take that day off completely from any contact and creation. I'm just going to be in the mountains and split board. So if I don't talk to you guys until next year, have a happy new year as well. If you're a subscriber, I appreciate it. We had the most amount of new subscribers, about 600 new subscribers this month. So if you're new, welcome to the channel. If you're an OG, thanks for all the years of support. Love you. Until next time, take care.